Good morning, class. My name is Graniel Luna. I'm here with my dear friend Robert Higgins that I've known for over 10 years now.
How you doing?
And we're going to teach you a little bit about Irish culture. So to begin with, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Alright, that's cool. So how long have you lived in Ireland? Or how long did you live?
Well, I moved here when I was about 5 or 6. My dad's from Cavan. My mom's from Dublin. Cavan's a little Smith city, about 10-15 minute drive north of Dublin. Don't really remember much when I was living there. I lived there about 5 or 6, so I just moved here, right here to Miami, right when I was about.
When you were 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you still visit, or?
I try to go about every summer. I've gone there religiously about every summer for 10, 13 years, but I wasn't able to go last year.
Oh,
Just
terrible.
yeah, I know, rough. My little family issue over here, but we say
you know what happens.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Irish people have every type of people have their own stereotype. What would be the perception you think others project on your Irish people?
I mean, I guess the most common would be heavy drinking.
And do you think that perception's fair?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Well, can you tell me a little bit about your people?
Well, I'd have to say, from a historical standpoint, they probably have one of the most in-depth histories, like, as far as all the world goes. We go back very late, deep in the BC culture. As you know, one of the world wonders, it's located in Ireland. It's called the Stonehenge.
Crazy, just rocks coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was done by the nomadic culture of the Celtic culture, and it's basically more of a it's at the top of the hill, and it was actually used as like an astronomical tool that lined up with the stars, and that was their way of whatever their religion was. I'm obviously not Celtic, so but yeah, as far as their culture goes, again, yeah, we are heavy in drinking. My father, he owns a pub here, John Martin. He uses it with Martin Lynch, a good friend of ours.
Happy hour, 5 to 6.
He's got it right. We also have, we began, through the Irish Games, we adapted new things called, not new things, sports that are popular here, golf, for example, rugby, American football, all derivatives of Irish games used back in the day when they were for marital purposes or just who was a stronger man.
And we thank you for those sports,
You're
love
welcome.
football. And what's something else that people may not know about your people?
Let's see. Well, for one, we make up a very, very large variety of America. People kind of tend to overlook it because, in this society here, we live in a predominantly Hispanic culture. But, if you go back into the history books of America, through the Great Famine in Ireland, once that happened, a giant immigration came to America from New York.
New York.
All right. If you've seen Gangs in New York, I'm sure you'll probably understand.
Great movie.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Great
All right. But yeah, we have a mainstream in the American society. A ton of political figures are actually Irish. John F. Kennedy, for example, Irish derivative. So a lot of powerful people in this world have actually been of Irish descent.
Yeah, and I find that very interesting. I feel like since we live in Miami and we're dominated by the Hispanic culture, that we don't really see other cultures like that. It's interesting to know that Irish people are actually everywhere, just maybe not so much here, and we get to indulge in your culture right now.
Yeah, I've tried to learn a bit with, hola, como estás, but it's pretty tough.
Yeah, you'll get the hang of it. So, can you tell me how else Ireland's influenced the U.S.?
Well, aside from sports and political figures, there's been plenty of things. I'm trying to really think. I feel like we've had more of an impact around the world rather than America.
That's even better.
Actually, one way to put it, it would be literature. A lot of the literature that we study here in America is predominantly Irish as well. One of the main authors that we study is Oscar Wilde. All right,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I'm sorry, Sylvia Plath as well is, I believe, Irish. So there's a lot of different influences such as culture that was used on America.
And actually, a rather silly question, but have you ever played the bagpipe?
I've been shown to it once or twice, but I just don't have the lungs for it. Just don't do it.
That's funny. Well,
Yeah, but
do you mind telling me about?
But actually, let me just give you a little fun fact. A lot of people do think that the bagpiper is Irish. Is in fact Scottish.
Oh,
all right, Scottish is actually
okay.
It's very often attributed to Ireland. However, it's actually part of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, which are not actually part of Ireland. Ireland is an island off the coast of Great Britain, which about 5/6 of it is Ireland itself, Northern Ireland, and then the rest, like Wales, Scotland, and England, are all on the other side of the on the right side of the island.
I didn't know that. Sounds good to know. So, to wrap it up, can you tell me about a sad time in your life and a happy time in your life?
Well, do you want me to attribute it to when I was in Ireland, or my life in general?
Talk to me about when you went to Ireland.
All right. Well, I have the Flaherty family that I have over there, which is my mom's side of the family. From Cavan. They own a pasture over there, which in Ireland is mostly just greens. So I was about probably 8 or 9, and I'm there running through the I'm just playing with my buddies. I got Tim and Bob. We're just running through the fields, trying to play some soccer, and out of nowhere, this monstrous at the time I'm little, but I found the monstrous. Just these random goats just start plummeting through while we're playing. So us as kids, we just tried to catch them. We started chasing after them, and one thing leads to another. And most of Ireland is very soggy, grass. So what happens is I get caught knee deep in sod and a bunch of mud. And long story short, I start freaking out. Everybody starts pulling me out. We had to get an entire, pretty much it felt like a big log, and they just started driving me out. And I was just stuck, crying hysterically. But now I look back and it's hilarious. So I guess it's a sad time and a happy time.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's a good memory to have.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the interview,
No,
and
no
I
problem,
hope my
no problem.
class could learn a little bit about Ireland. Have a nice day.
We stop it.